Well, good morning. It is Thursday, July 1st, and as maybe you can see in the video, it's rainy. But that is the commitment that I made when I decided to commute by bicycle, is to ride in all kinds of weather. And so here I am riding in the rain. It's actually not too bad. Storms have been in the forecast, but for now I think there's a break in any severe weather, and so I thought it would be best to just go ahead and hop on the bike and ride when it's only raining, instead of getting caught in a storm. So hopefully this weather keeps up. Like I said, it's actually not that bad. The temperature is really pleasant, and the rain is not really cold, so it's actually pretty comfortable. So I was reading this morning, just in my time with the Lord after I woke up, and was reading in James. Specifically, something that stood out to me was James 1:17. So it goes something like, every good and perfect gift comes from the Father of lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. This particular verse really challenged me because my wife and I have kind of been in a little bit of a season of disappointment lately. Last night we got some disappointing news. Nothing real earth-shattering. It's in the long run, it's not going to change our lives hardly at all, but nonetheless, it was disappointing, and something that we had been praying for quite some time, and the prospect looked really promising. We believed that maybe God was going to answer our prayer in the way that we wanted him to, and over the last couple days, it kind of started to seem less and less likely that he was going to answer us in the way we wanted him to. By the grace of God, we have maintained our trust in him. We know that he is in control, and he's going to provide for us. Nonetheless, we were just disappointed. And as I was reading this morning in James and read that verse, that every good gift comes from the Father above, from the Father of lights, it just really encouraged me, and I was reminded of Romans 8:32, that says, he who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also, along with him, graciously give us all things? And then just a few verses earlier in Romans 8:28, you probably know it, very famous verse, that God works all things together for the good of those who love him. So my conclusion from these verses is that God does not withhold good things from his people. If he withholds something from us, then it's not good. And in his wisdom, we need to trust that he gives us good things. It's not as if God receives a request from us and says, no, I can't do that. It's too much. It's too expensive, because he gave us his son. What more could he give us? His own son, who lived a sinless life and died on our behalf, died in our place, that we may have a relationship with him. And so if he gave us his son, good morning, if he gave us his son, he will graciously give us all things. He doesn't withhold good things from his people. And so in a moment of clarity and in a moment of trust this morning, I just had to believe that the reason he has withheld from us that which we have asked him for is because it's not good for us. And it's hard to see now. Many times my wife and I shared the thought that my goodness, this would be perfect if this worked out. But God's wisdom is greater than our wisdom. He knows more than we do. He loves better than we do. And so we just have to trust that he is not withholding from us every good thing. And if he doesn't give us something, it's because he has something better for us, or that thing was not good for us to begin with. One final thought about this kind of line of thinking. Going back to Romans 8:28, God works all things together for the good of those who love him. So what do I do with all of this? I can believe that God is not withholding from me something good, but nonetheless, I'm still disappointed. I'm still hurt. So what do? I think the answer comes from that verse, that instead of focusing on that which God has withheld from me, instead, I just need to focus on loving God well. He gave me his son to die in my place. And I need to focus on loving him well, serving others, and just trust that God will provide. So God really spoke to me today through his scripture. I hope that you find this encouraging. I hope you can find comfort and strength from that truth, that God does not withhold from us good things. And if he has withheld something from us, then it must not be good. And so trust in that. Trust in the Lord today. He has provided for us his son. He will graciously give us all things that we need to live for him and glorify him. And I believe that very strongly this morning. And I hope you live today in that same truth. Love you guys. Hope this was encouraging to you. See you soon.